All right. Well, that's annoying. OBS decided to change my input. So let's start again. Welcome to week 6 of KTP Silver action. Today we're watching Spicy Buttholes versus NoGo Gaming Council on the map DoD Anzio, one of the most classic Dave defeat maps there is. It is also one of the few default maps that we still play competitively. This is a map that also got remade when they made Source and shipped it with that. This is a classic Dave defeat map. And so what we're looking at is we're looking at a team, Spicy Buttholes, that we watched last week in a hard-fought, unfortunate losing try for them on DoD Armory versus a team NoGo Gaming Council that's been around forever. Okay, this is a team. If you hear the word NoGo, you're like, oh, well, I bet they've been in almost every single recent league season there has been, it feels like. Except that, the roster changes here and there, but overall, NoGo Gaming Council is one of the steady teams in this community. And so we are going to be watching, hopefully, a really good match between two teams that have played with and against each other for a long time. And then we're looking at a map that is, some people have some feelings about it, right? But it is classic, and it is one that shows off a lot of different gameplay and different strategies that can be used on this map. So let's look real quick at our NoGo Gaming Council. They are currently 3-2 in KTP Silver, coming off a win on that Armory match. We've got our main sniper, Matthew, leading the way with that scoped gun for this team. Apple, J-Rod, who plays under I Love Alice Glass. And Sapphire, she's been playing forever, carrying one of the main female players of DoD carrying that torch. We got Deidro and Spoon on heavy. If you have played competitive DoD at pretty much any point, these are names that you have heard before. And so they are picking it up. They're carrying on that no-go tradition, and they are looking at extending their record to a nice 4-2. So J-Rod is or I Love Alice Glass is the one that I feel we should be watching. They are going to be... I don't actually know. I can't really speak with authority because haven't played NoGo this season at all, whether I've played with a few of them in 12-mans, but other than that, I don't know exactly what routes they're going to be running, what they're going to be looking at. But they are a team that has pretty darn good teamwork, and they will hopefully, in their mind, have a strat, whether they just run the normal rifles and sniper to bridge, heavies, and third sniper over to plaza, or if they mix it up, send a sniper to plaza, one half or maybe both halves. They will be coordinated, and they will have a game plan heading into this. On the other side, we have our Spicy Buttholes. We've got Stealth, Life, Dilliard, Laura, also one of the main female players, Stamper, and Twist going on here. So this is an exciting matchup on a classic map with our classic players going against each other. Life and Dilliard are going to be looking to... really establish that dominance on any route that they go to. They are both very dominant rifles, and if they are having that impact, then they're going to kind of lead their team to victory. Stealth, Mr. Ol Reliable on that sniper, he is going to get his kills, right? He is going to do his thing. But really, it comes down, I feel, for Spicy Buttholes on keeping their composure. They seem to lost their composure a little bit last week when their heavies were not having that great of a match. So if their heavies as well start to lose out on this plaza, we might see them switch something up to try to counteract that. That might be on their radar for this week, since it is, to them, they haven't won since week 3. Right, we're going to week 6. They won in week 3, then they had a bye, and then they lost off of their bye week. So they're looking to reestablish themselves, reestablish their winning in this KTP Silver. This is a team that a lot of people thought were going to be up in KTP Gold before the divisions came out. So this is a team that has the potential, based on their team members, to really be dominant in these matches, and they have not quite realized it yet. So they are looking to try to take their activity. They are probably the most active team currently in DoD competitive community. They're looking to take that activity and really translate it to winning these matches. And so we're going to have our Spicy Buttholes versus our NoGo Gaming Council. If they would tell me where they're going to play, we could jump in there. They're not technically scheduled for another 3 minutes, so they're going to take it down to the wire. So while they're doing that, let's go ahead and jump in to our DoD Anzio. Hello, Steam. Will you like to work for me? There we go. Day of defeat. Starting game. Day of defeat. Let's launch in here to an Anzio map of this. Let's go spectate. Let's exec our specconfig.cfg. That's crg, cfg. Okay, so DoD Anzio. Pretty standard. We have our Axis spawn over here. Yeah, Bullet, the mini-maps, of course, leave a lot to be desired, and you're pretty good at making new ones. The issue is when you have the mini-map up, even up here, it doesn't take into account any of the players, because HLTV is a little too old for that. So yeah, I don't find it helpful at all. It would be nicer if it worked like, the Counter-Strike Global or Counter-Strike Go or CS2 mini-map, where you could actually see everyone on there, but it doesn't necessarily do that. So when we're looking at our Axis spawn, we have this really long spawn ramp up to the first flag, and you're going to see predictable, the allies are going to be trying to cap, when they try to cap out, they'll be kind of rushing this flag, and there's a lot of ways to this flag. This is the main entrance straight into our bridge area double cap, and so the allies can come up this short ramp. They can go over to what we call our barbershop, okay, because there it is, literally lane barbershop. And that's the spawn right there as well. So the Axis can come up here, come to this side. They can sit here. We have this jump window that people can get into. You'll see some nades thrown in there. And we have this sundial, both this upper area and then this lower area. There's the sundial, so of which it's named, and this also goes to the spawn. So there's a lot of there's 3 different exits for the Axis to go through. There's multiple hiding places for the allies to try to ninja. We have this double windows into this plaza double capture space. We have this kind of church that honestly I wish was more part of the map, but it's just not. It's just kind of too far out of the way, but you'll see some people run into it to be able to get up into this tower, this little ladder window looking out on the back of Plaza, or you can go up into the church tower and have a very nice view of either side. If a sniper rifle gets into this church tower, they are extremely hard to get out. Right? They have this really good view of the long ramp straight to where those Axis are spawning. They can kind of see down into these double windows. They can look over here into where the bridge exits out. This is the Allied spawn. So if an Axis is a sniper is in here, they get a nice view of the Ally spawn coming out. And then over here on this side for the Allies first, We have our pizzeria into our barrel room. And I'm going to be honest, this map was remade when they made Source. I love the Source barrel room in Pizzeria. I like it more than the 1.3 version of it. But the laundry side, this laundry over here, named for these hanging up clothes. This laundry side is the Allied first. This we have our kind of mirror jump window. We have our crater. We have a couple different ways we can go. There's just a lot of hiding spots that you can even jump into this water and hide right here. There's a lot of hiding spots that we don't necessarily take or think about because everyone seems to kind of just, we've been playing it for, however long. This is one of the most classic maps we have. They've been playing it and they play it the same way almost every time. Everyone has their kind of they're set in their ways. Some people will love to go down into these sewers and be able to move across, and some people act like these sewers don't even exist, right? So it really depends based on the player. Now, due to the old map design, right, we have some nades that we can throw over. There are some nades that we can throw over these walls that, when you're standing here, that's clearly a wall up to the thing. But because of the map, right, there's actually a little hole here you can throw the grenade through, and you can actually lob it over that wall into this street area, and vice versa. This ivy makes a very distinctive sound, so it's very obvious when someone goes through there, but that sound is on a timer. So if someone goes through that ivy and dies and someone else is coming right through it, it's not going to play that sound again. And that can be the kind of a way to sneak into that street area. We can then have this connection over into what we call Meat Locker, and you get a nice view of the sniper loft on the ally side and this allies thing. Allies can run over here. They can go over to the manhole and come up this way. This map has a lot of routes, and there is not a lot of bottleneck in this map. Okay, and so this is one of the reasons that some people don't like this map, but it is one of the main reasons I love this map in the sense that there's always somewhere to go. If you're locked down because someone is spawn camping this main ramp, well, you can easily go through the barber side, right? And you can overrun them on that side, or you can have someone sprint across and go through the sundial exit, right? So there is never really a way to truly lock down the other side on this map. It takes 2-3 people to be able to lock them down. The allies have this little beach house where they come through this door. Axis can't get through this door. They come through this door. So if an Axis is in beach house holding this door, well, allies have this beachhead. They can come up this rope. They can go up that thing. So you need 1 or 2 Axis over here holding them down. So if you have that, and it happens, right? If you have that, you can hold them and their spawn for your team to cap behind you. But usually there's somewhere for the team to go. Very rarely do people really get locked in on this map, unlike some other maps that we play in rotation. All right, so we have been given a HLTV to join, so we're going to jump into there real quick. And hopefully we'll have a really good match to watch. And here we are. We are in the HLTV. I'll go ahead and tell them that I am in. Matthew's internet exploded. Not a good sign. Oh, someone shot the bell. Spicy has changed up their tag. They went from Spicy in their name to now It Burns. So as the season, hits its midway point, moving over to... we're actually past the midway point. We're in week 6 out of 9. They're now, the Spicy has flowed through their system, and now it's burning on the other side. Unfortunate for them. Okay, here we go. 32 minutes in, and we are now starting. We are now going live. We're going to start with Stealth, if I can find him. We're going to start with Stealth as he runs and see which way he is going. I assume he's going bridge. He seems to like access side bridge. And so, yes, he is. He's going straight down short ramp, and he is starting looking at that allied loft to see if he can catch one of them coming in. Looks like NoGo is not necessarily sending anyone loft. Instead, they are quick capping that plaza. But Twist with the body block. Twist runs right in. They can't see him. He's on the edge of the thing, and Laura is cleaning up from double windows. Twist gets one on Apple. Laura gets down. Deidro finally kills him out, but Deidro doesn't have any friends. He finally is now getting one. But Deidro gets a little antsy there, decides to peek, and Stamp is able to kill him instead of just hanging out and capping with with J-Rod capping that plaza. Instead, Spicy gets a very nice break on that plaza cap. We have Matt over here running the Stas boss as he and Stealth are going to be trying to cap this bridge. Matt's going to throw a grenade over into that beach house area, and they are able to get that double cap. Die Life sees Laura. Dill die, and unfortunately Die Life also dies as J-Rod is taking control of this grass area before Grenade takes him out. He had very low health, only 14. Twist is back in that plaza, shows that he's there by stepping into the cap zone. Stamp is going to take a few shots. Twist is going to clean it up. Apple has gone 0-3 on this thing, so Apple playing a little off class, and it's showing a little bit. So hopefully he gets that sorted out. Spoon going to sit here in pizzerias. Let's see if he can break this capture. And he cannot. Stamp was waiting for him. So Stamp is able to kill the guy that was going to break it, and they cap that flag, and now all they have is that laundry area left. Apple sitting in this laundry area, trying to prevent them from pushing up. Nicholson over here running up that rope ladder. Spicy has control over most of the map at this point, and NoGo is going to have to try to make a concerted effort to get that up. Stealth has picked up a bar and is able to get 1-2 kills with killing Sapphire and Nicholson as Stealth moves into that area, and he gets a beautiful falling shot on J-Rod there. And so maybe Stealth needs to play a little off-class and run that bar every now and then as he runs straight into a grenade that we heard. Maybe he did not hear, though. Dill and Laura are pushing up to this first flag. Looks like they can get it at any point. They get the nice kills, and here goes Dill for the cap out. And Spicy off to a very dominating lead. Okay, Spicy off to a very dominating half as they go. We're going to stick on, let's stick on J-Rod as we go and watch how NoGo is approaching this bridge tactic. Okay. It looks like, yeah, this is what they did last time when we said, oh, it looks like they weren't even going bridge. The rifles are just running to grass and nading over to that long ramp. The allies are going for that quick cap. Nicholson dies to Die Life, but they have another body there to start it off. And Stealth is up in those double windows and is able to pick off Sapphire, leaving only one left on that cap. Stealth jumps out, can see the gun, but can't get quite the angle. And Twist is there to clean up Spoon, and Twist and Stealth are now going to capture this plaza. And here we see Spicy again establish that firm map control, and now they're going to try to choke out NoGo as they move up to that first flag. J-Rod gets a nice kill on Die Life, threw a grenade right at him as he ran in, but Stamp is there to clean that up. We have Laura up in the church tower. She loves getting up in church tower with a car. And Stealth is also in the ladder, so they have 1 and 2 up in these towers. And so they're looking to establish a line that the allies cannot cross as Stamp is able to move up. Stamp is then going to cap out. So we have 2 really fast cap outs for Spicy Buttholes, and it looks like our NoGo with their little off-class having to bring in a ringer is not going quite to plan, and they're going to have to regroup here. Let's find Spoon, and let's see how if they can get this. They've gone for the quick cap on Plaza twice now, and it hasn't worked out. So let's see if they do the same tactic here. Everyone's throwing grenades over the walls. And it looks like they are not. They are not going for that quick cap. Instead, they finally rushed a few bridge, and Life was able to get them out. J-Rod breaks that bridge cap. Spoon is there in Z to kill off Dill, and it looks like they're going to now try to cap that bridge. So Spoon helps out with that bridge cap, and now is running back to Z. He sees the Axis are capping that plaza, and he's going to wait for them to come around that corner. Laura gets Nicholson as he was running towards that cap area. Spoon is able to clean up one of them, and we have Apple peeking from the other side. And Apple is able to get Stamp's attention. Stamp kills him, and then Spoon kills him from the side. Stealth is over here in double windows. He saw one person on that flag cap. They know he is here. He heard a shot come through those double windows. He's going to do his little sniper peeks and is able to kill Spoon as Spoon comes around that corner. One of the things NoGo does not seem to be doing is capping from areas of protection. They seem to be trying to cap the flag and get kills at the same time. They don't seem to be prioritizing one or the other, which is allowing Spicy a lot of these flag cap breaks. So now they are in a position of protection at this point, and I thought they were going to have it, but Twist, I think, ran in there and body blocked it, as he has done a couple times now. This seems to be Twist's strategy, and it has worked. He's 3 for 3 on that as Spoon comes around Pizzeria and picks him up. Dedro kills Stealth all the way up in those double windows, and now for sure they should have this capture. The whole team is over here on Plaza. They said, we are getting this flag. If anything else, we are getting this flag. Apple is going to snipe up this long ramp. He is able to pick off Twist. Dedro gonna prime a grenade and throw it into these double windows to see if he can get anyone coming in there. No Axis were in there. Spoon has moved over to middle, cap that middle. Stealth is just waiting. He is keeping an eye on, playing the backup sniper, keeping an eye on to see if anyone came for that first flag. Stamp has picked up a sniper, and he's trying to snipe that bridge as well. So we have a double Axis sniper at this point. Stamp's going to move around. He knows Spoon just got a kill on Twist, so Twist calling out where Spoon is, and Stamp going to try to find him. Life was able to go around Tiki Hut, gets one. Nicholson gets him from Loft as J-Rod is down here on the bridge as he's throwing grenades at the crack house. J-Rod sees Stealth over there, and he's going to go into a little peek battle with that. Laura able to take out one, misses, gets the second in meat. Very nice for Laura, captures that street as she runs down into Plaza to try to get this double cap. She's going to swing around, misses the shot, saw two allies were there, says no thank you, Twist, nade them for me please, captures, she runs into that area of protection and caps that flag, and then is able to get Apple with the Luger swing out. So that is the difference between NoGo trying to cap a flag and Spicy capping the flag. Laura saw that she was greatly outgunned and instead ran and said, we're going to try to cap this flag first and foremost. And Laura is awarded not only with the plaza cap, but also with the final laundry cap and gets a nice cap out. And so we see this is kind of the route is on for Spicy. We have multiple cap outs. We are leading by over 230 points at this point. And at this point, it's really coming down to, will NoGo be able to regroup, rediscover how they want to play this map with a different lineup than they thought they were running into, and be able to go from there. Life has moved to the water. Nicholson met him there, but Life was waiting for him. And so Matt gets one kill, sees two of them up there. He's trying to trade. He is in a position of weakness at that point, and J-Rod is able to just pop over and say, hello, I see you in the water. Why don't you stay there for a while? Laura's going to run up this spawn ramp. She knows they just capped bridge, so she is going to wait and try to get them as they pass. She saw one drive by, but it wasn't quite long enough for her to get the shot off. Sapphire over here going to peek up there and is hiding behind this crack house. Only has 25 health. So Sapphire in a very precarious position health-wise might be able to get a cap and dies to the grenade. That's the problem when you have low health. Any grenade near you will kill you. Nicholson kills Die Life, is shooting, gets a second kill on Dill, and is able to hold that bridge, preventing them from moving up and potentially capping back. Stealth is up in the sniper tower again. Sees one come down into Plaza, but Apple is there to clean them up, and all of a sudden the allies are flooding out of their beach house now that they know the sniper pressure is gone. Looks like J-Rod is going through the sewers, trying to get over to that street area, and finds Twist, who was camping and waiting for someone to come into through Ivy. J-Rod runs back into this water area, and one of the problems with Anzio water is you're just stuck staring at the sky. So you have to really hope that they don't check exactly where you are. Dill checked the wrong corner, and J-Rod was able to kill Dill, but Die Life then knew exactly where he was and was able to take him out. Spoon 2 health after that in Z. Picks up the Stas, but runs straight into a scoped-in stealth. Deidro over here. No one has captured Plaza. Okay, so both teams have decided, okay, we're just not capping the Plaza flag. Deidro is looking around for everyone. He's going to run up, act like he's going into that tower. This is where the mind games come in, playing that ladder sound effect, but actually not going up. Sees one run by, decides not to shoot at him because he is hunting Laura in the double windows, and Laura turns from the hunted into the hunter. We see a really unfortunate bug that this game has. If you die with an automatic weapon and you are mid-fire, then you will spawn back firing that weapon, and we see some accidental friendly fire due to that bug, leaving J-Rod at 15 health. J-Rod picks up a bar, is going to run into Z, but Laura was waiting from Plaza just there. And Laura looks like she's about to get another cap out, and she is. Okay, so we saw a much, feistier NoGo at that point, but unfortunately Spicy's pressure was just too much for them to handle. And we are going. And again, we have J-Rod. Oh, no! Their ringer has now left the game. Oh, no. Oh, Matthew's in. Okay, that's why Nicholson left. Matthew has rejoined. We are going to see Apple most likely switch back over to a rifle, and Matthew come in and take the sniper. Looks like his internet has finally things. So Nicholson says, I'm out, you're in. Let's go, baby. And Die Life is over here. NoGo is, let's see if they get new life with their actual team coming back. We see Stamp going through Ivy, gets 2 kills, but Matthew, right there, Matthew's running the rifle because that was available right at the start, and he is able to pick up a kill. So Laura holding this Plaza. They do not have the cap yet, but Laura got a nice, her and Stealth cleaned up the allied side. Sapphire has respawned coming up the rope. We see Spicy getting both Plaza and Bridge. Spoon is able to break one of them, so Dill pushes up, runs into that beach house, and is going to try to hold the spawn from there. Meanwhile, behind him, Stealth and another Butthole were able to pick it up. Here we see Apple has switched off the sniper, going to leave that for Matthew, so Matthew should be on the sniper now. Apple able to come and find Dill from the flank, says, stop camping my spawn. Instead, I will take your car. Thank you very much. Stealth also unable to spawn camp effectively, and here we see Stamp running up from Church into this ladder. They anticipate him being there, but they don't know for sure, and he is able to kill Apple before Apple gets the nade off. J-Rod sees a nade fly in, is going to wait it out. And he's going to be looking. He sees someone in tower, so he's going to have to adjust his positioning so he doesn't get shot in the back. Meanwhile, more grenades are coming from this bridge side, and we got 2 people coming into bridge, and they see each other, and now it's just a game of who wants to peek the corner first. And Die Life unfortunately lost that game. Twist waiting for J-Rod as he came through that Ivy. Again, remember that Ivy has a global sound effect, so the Twist knew for sure someone was coming through there. Laura pushing up through that Z, decides not to go beach house, instead going straight for jump window, and she's not being quiet about it either. Usually you want to crouch walk all the way up to jump window, but she decides that she felt safe enough to make some footsteps as she ran towards it. Is going to try to peek out this jump window, sprints out, and caps from the behind. That's the beauty of a jump window cap. You wait for the allies to get a little content with their defense and able to sleep in right behind them. So here we go. Matthew is back. His internet is here. He has the sniper. We are going to follow him as he runs into Plaza. He's going to be sniping from Pizzeria. Sees one of the axes jump out the double window, sees another in the double window, and unfortunately Laura with a beautiful nade right into Matthew's face. Dill gets picked off. Die Life gets picked off. The allies have control of bridge if they want it. Meanwhile, the Axis have control of Plaza. So we see a little split. One side goes the ally way, one side goes the Axis way. Laura does a few little bunny hops to try to get into this beach house where she is going to wait and try to spawn camp to hold this line. Sapphire gets shot from behind by Laura. Laura had turned around. Laura, again, they don't anticipate Laura behind them. That has been Laura's MO for this entire game, just shooting them in the back. And here we go, Laura dropping a 30 bomb with 4 minutes left. Okay, this is one of the best halves I've seen Laura have in a match in a long time. Stealth over here. Gets Apple in the sniper loft. I'm going to be honest, I anticipated Stealth trying to no-scope that. Seems like something he would have done, but instead he scopes in, ensures that cap. Twist gets the laundry as they cap out that bridge. So, Stealth decides to jump and grab the grenade as he does. Luckily, he does spawn back in. Sometimes if you die after the cap out, you won't spawn in, and you have to wait 10 seconds to spawn in. J-Rod over here. J-Rod trying his best, 28 kills. He is having a very good half. Unfortunately, though, he has not been able to carry his team to prevent these cap-outs. But he himself is having a very strong half as he throws his grenade into street. He is rushing. He sees one that's Stamp, and he's able to do the little crouch hop to kill Stamp over the box. And instead of capping that street, he sees they're capping bridge, so he's going to run over to that bridge side, wait to see if any of them jump into that water, and try to kill them from there. Meanwhile, the allies have, and he does, he gets stealth. So the allies have moved on from their initial falling off. They have Plaza control. Matthew and Spoon over there holding on to that. Apple going to be running over bridge, trying to claw a little bit of this map control back from Spicy Buttholes. Sees one is down there. Dill also sees he's down there, or sees Apple from down there. Apple unable to kill Dill, leaves him with 8 life. That's a feels bad, man. Okay, and Dill gets one, watches Zylife take off Deidro's head from Waterway, and they have that bridge control, so it's just where do they want to push up, where do they want to camp. J-Rod now has moved over kind of safety their one. They have that Plaza control, so this is one of those I was talking about. If you don't have control of one side of the map, you start to flood the other because that's going to allow you to get back into the game instead of dying at spawn. Spoon is able to kill Die Life out of that bridge hold. Unfortunately, Stealth is up there with a scope, so as soon as Spoon comes around, he is just taken out. Deidro knows better than to peek that, so he's going to wait to see where the axes come from and try to get them as they come around the corner instead of peeking it. Matthew up here in ladder. He's going to go up into that tower. They know he's there. They are walling that tower. And so it's just a matter of time of who sees who first. Stealth does not... Okay, maybe Stealth doesn't know he's in tower. That's because Matthew no longer is in tower. That's why, okay? So Matthew has fallen out of that tower. Stealth looking all over the place for him. Matthew instead thinks someone's coming up behind him. So he's going to play a little bit more cautious. Stealth does not know where Matthew is. He knows he's in there somewhere, so he just tries a desperation wall shot. And Matthew, finally, he was like, Laura is coming for me, and he waits and gets Laura. Stealth has moved up, trying to find Matthew, and he is able to finally get him. But Matthew, with that patience, is able to kill Laura as she came around the back. Twist is able to get the last laugh in Plaza, but he is there all alone. and he is taken out by J-Rod. We have Dill pushed up kind of in the rope alley, and we have Stamp all the way up at their first flag. So if Stamp wants to ninja this, we'll see if he does cap it, and he's going to run to the spawn and try to hold it from there. As the Axis, he was hoping for the Axis to cap the plaza from behind. Unfortunately, Dedro threw a grenade and then caught it again, and it blew him up instead of anyone else. J-Rod misses his car shot, and Stealth is able to capitalize on that with a nice double kill. Apple, on the other hand, from Grass and Sapphire from Pizzeria are able to break that that plaza, preventing a little bit more score from the Spicy Buttholes. But all in all, this half was 100% a spicy half, 509 to 57. That is a dominant performance by the Spicy Buttholes. 509 to 57 for NoGo. And so this match, I don't know if it's, Matthew's internet that caused the issue or if Spicy was just going to run over them altogether. But a match that I thought was going to be a lot closer at half is a glaring difference at this point. So our main performers from our NoGo side were definitely J-Rod and Spoon. And so if J-Rod and Spoon can kind of regroup, and maybe they're going to both go Plaza. I don't know which way J-Rod goes on Axis side. But Matthew is back from the start. They're not going to have this whole switcheroo going on. One of the problems with the way that we play competitive Day of Defeat is there's no timeouts. There's no like good way to have that a pause in the timer. So therefore the timer just runs 20 minutes the whole time, right? So if they were having a little bit of difficulty switching in and out, that would be an issue, or it can compound it, and it's hard to shake off that funk. But now at half we have a little time to catch your breath, to figure out the routes that you're going to go, a little less hectic in the moment, a little bit more regrouping going on. That's one of the things, once we win that Powerball, right, and we fund our new Day of Defeat, I would like some sort of system to pause a match and have like a timeout per half per each team or something. I think that'd be really cool and a neat addition to how we play 6-for-6 competitive Day of Defeat. Point capture. And apparently my audio has reset. Yep. It's very loud in my ears. Did I put the right? I didn't. It's 509, not 209. There we go. That's accurate now. Okay, looks like we're live. Looks like they lived right away and I missed it. So we've got... We've got the allies with both caps and Stealth moving up on bridge. Spoon and Apple getting kills. Die Life killing Spoon back. And we see Dill is able to avenge Stamp and cap that middle flag. And Die Life is going to do his best to hold this, or he might get a little and push into Meat and move on from there. And Apple comes in and caps the flag behind. So, Die Life got a little too antsy there. Probably should have stayed at mid for that whole thing. Sees one in Crack House, is going to do his best, and he is able to kill Matthew. Pulls out the pistol, but is unable to get that second kill. And looks like the Axis have control of that bridge at that point. J-Rod gets 2 kills, one with a pistol, one with a grenade, caps that first flag. Apple over here, they bridge. I don't know why they're not capping this bridge. They must think that someone is in that loft, and someone is in that loft. It's Stealth. Apple is able to clear him out with a grenade, and now we should see... we should theoretically see them go for this cap, although Die Life is now here. I think they waited a little too long for that. And Die Life is pushing over to that manhole area to see if he can get up behind this tiki hut. It is greeted with seeing a grenade fall right into it. He had enough time to run back out, so he was able to survive it, but that was one of those you're not quite as sneaky as you think you are moments. Stamp is able to kill. J-Rod immediately picks up his car. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I say this because I talk to Stamp all the time. Stamp's willingness to throw away his bar, I think, is one of his the things that gets him in the most trouble. I think he's a better bar than a car, but he feels like the car is more reliable, so he usually picks that up all the time. Matthew over here playing head games. Trying to make the noise to make people think that he ran into meat when really he's still behind the tree, trying to scope in on this loft area. He's going to try to peek into there, and the Axis are going to nade that Z and move on up, and we'll see if they actually go for a cap out. We have Stealth and Dill. Dill's going to throw a grenade from spawn, and it does not get anyone. Matthew is waiting for Stealth to peek, and Stealth gets over, and that was a no-scope, by the way. So a no-scope and a pistol kill to break that bridge cap. It was very heroic. Unfortunately, the Axis had already capped it, so had an extremely heroic no-scope and pistol to stop that bridge, and was a little bit too late. But Laura and I think that's Dill or Die Life Dill are able to cap that back because of Stealth's kind of a really nice clear off the bridge. We have J-Rod over in Crack House. He's going to throw a grenade, pack up. He's going to try to get that to explode right on the other side. Does not pick anyone up. Is looking at every corner. There are so many corners when it comes to bridge. It's just, is anyone in that corner? And Dill was waiting for him from that manhole. Stealth wins the sniper battle. Sapphire over here now at the Tiki Hut is able to pick up Dill. Changes the Car 43 for a Car 98 and is looking for Stealth, but Stealth is also looking for her, and Stealth has a scope where she didn't. So Stealth usually wins that battle. Matthew now in Crack House, going to try to get Stealth out of that loft. He saw Stealth's arm, at least I thought he did, and Stealth sees him up there, so yeah, he does. He does see a little bit of a pixel of Stealth there, so he's going to be scoped in, see someone come from Z, realizes he's in a bad position, so he's going to run away, and still going to be looking for Stealth. Let's see if we can find Stealth. Stealth over here knows that Matthew's looking for him, finds him, and is able to bait out the shot and then kill Matthew as Matthew tried to retreat to cover. Stealth going to jump out, and let's see, he's going to snipe from Tiki Hut up to that long spawn ramp. This is one of the hardest things to get if you have a good ally sniper there. As soon as you come up, like poor Sapphire right there, you can barely even see him sometimes before he has killed you. Spoon has to rotate to get him out of that, and Spoon is in middle, it looks like. Where's Spoon? He's now in the sewers going bridge. So he's looking to help this bridge team a little bit. He's going to have a little rotation here. He's going to crouch walk up. He hears them coming from Z, so he's going to hope to get them catch them unaware as they come around that corner. Laura is behind him with a sniper rifle, but he's going to leave her be for now because he's hunting bigger prey as he is looking for... There, he finds Dill, and he just kind of leaves and runs over to that spawn where Twist was just waiting for him. That's the unfortunate timing for Spoon. I wonder why Spoon... Oh, probably because Matthew and them told him that they were on their way, so that's why Spoon kind of moved up. He did not... he had his team behind him to cap that flag. Die Life gets a Luger to the face as J-Rod is now in the Allied Beach House. He's going to move over. He finds Laura, and he is going to push into Barrels and Pizza, and he hears them to his left, so he's going to try to see as they come in. And Spoon, unfortunate grenade timing there, kills J-Rod from his push. Twist is in full safety mode. They only have one flag left, and so it looks like NoGo is off to a much, much better start than they were last half. We see 4 kills with a 3 kill of Apple going on. That's a huge grenade. And Deidro is able to get that, rushes in, and we get a cap out for NoGo. So now we have a game, right? Now we have the back and forth that we anticipated for this game. Now that NoGo has their entire roster here from the get-go, they are not stuck in limbo. They are able to not only have a nice little back and forth with Spicy, but they get a cap out to end that off of Apple's amazing triple kill off his nade. Apple now over here sees 2 nades fly at him. They said absolutely not. We are rushing this and we are nading that thing. Stealth has rushed into Street, gets a no-scope on Deidro. You were not expecting the sniper rush, and yet here's Stealth rushing in, kills Matthew. No way should Matthew have known he was there. And then Stealth gets a nice little pistol shot on Sapphire. There's one more on Bridge. Stealth has basically flipped the roles, taken the idea of the access sniping Bridge. Instead, he's now moving up to that jump window, going to look down that spawn ramp, and finds J-Rod coming up, or I'm sorry, Deidro coming up. Laura, Die Life, they get some kills. They are able to hold onto this first flag. Matthew sprints over, caps the flag again, and is starting to try to get Stealth out of that window. Meanwhile, Stealth is being a menace to poor Sapphire. What has Sapphire ever done to Stealth? But Stealth will not let her out of spawn. He sees one, gets another no-scope, picks up a car, so he has a crosshair now instead of having to do all this, and gets shot in the back by J-Rod, so he checked the wrong corner. Stamp going to hide behind the ladder. Everyone knows a ladder gives you +5 armor. Meanwhile, Matt is going to see someone in Bridge, and he is going to spam the wall and picks up a kill on Spoon. Sapphire gets a nice... Now that Stealth died, Sapphire's finally able to get out of spawn and gets up a nice nade kill. We have Dill with a 10. He was fighting Sapphire in the crack house, and Stealth came in, made it an unfair fight. And Stealth gets a nice little double kill. Can he make it 3? He's going to try a pistol peek because, you know, that makes sense when you have a gun with a scope. Instead, we'll see. He's currently at 2 kills. He's seeing a bunch of them. There's a third. Sees another in Crack House. Die Life spamming it. Gets that kill. Sees Spoon bad kill Die Life from Meat. And Stealth is able to pick him up. Stealth is now on 4 kills for this life. And he is pulling a 24 and 10 currently. So Stealth is definitely the main driving force of Spicy Buttholes at this point. He has been able, again, not letting Sapphire past her first flag. This is extremely frustrating when you are running a Stoss and the sniper has a very good angle on you. You're 9 times out of 10, you're not going to win the battle against a long-range battle with a Stoss against a sniper. And it is super frustrating to be in that case. Stealth is now up to 6 kills on this life. Die Life going to throw a grenade. 7. Now Stealth killing Sapphire again. Okay, this is getting to the point where Sapphire might have to start going a different route. Spoon picking up a flag capture with things, and the allies get some pretty nades in there, but unable to break that thing. And we see just a lot of deaths. A lot of deaths. Stamp coming out of this beach house. He's going to be looking towards that plaza area to see if he cannot bar snipe from there. Die Life is now spawning up. J-Rod, 2 health from all those grenades. And Twist able to pick him up with his pistol. Twist ditches the bar for a car, gets an instant kill on Spoon as Spoon came around that corner. Sees one inside that double windows, and instead is going to leave them be as he hides to try to cap this flag. Laura gonna push up Bridge, gonna run, looks like Crack House. Drops her grand for a car. She hears them coming, so she's going to wait. Gets 1 kill as Matthew as he comes around the corner. Stamp gets another kill on Sapphire, and we have Spoon doing his best. He says, okay, I'm last line of defense. I'm going to sit here. Sees Dill get a kill, and he's waiting, and Stamp is able to kill him as we get J-Rod getting a nice little bayonet kill on Twist. Apple sees someone knows they're in... I can't think of the word, Sundial, and is unable to get the kill because it was stolen from Apple by J-Rod. Matthew finally kills Stealth, and the Axis Spoon gets Laura. The Axis are looking to establish a little bit of map control, and Dill says, absolutely not. You are not allowed on Bridge. That is my bridge. Please go back to access spawn. Dill over here, 14 and 17, having a pretty good half as he gets... remember, a 1-to-1 score means you're getting pretty much 1 kill for every life you have, and that's usually kind of the baseline. And so Dill running against a bunch of snipers. The Grand is not the easiest gun to run on this map. He is having a nice little half so far, with Stealth basically leading the way on a 32 kill at this point. Sapphire... over here, they're in safety mode, right? So they're trying to get their thing, but they're leaving 1 or 2 people behind every time, and Sapphire was on that thing until they got another spawn wave. And Sapphire with a nice shot down that long ramp, killing Stamp, as Stamp was trying to run up. Laura was found. She gets a kill on Spoon, but they know she is here at this point, and so she bails, and Apple seems to be chasing her. And Laura was finally was cleaned up. So Die Life, how's Die Life doing? 20 and 19, also a very serviceable half, especially with the Grand on Anzio. Dill unable to get he gets a 90, but unable to get the kill as J-Rod takes him out. Stamp over here gonna prime a nade, and he's going to throw it up that long ramp. No one seems to be there, so the grenade doesn't kill anyone, and he sees a car, and he sprints for it. Die Life going to push up this long ramp. He sees a nice little opening. He's going to try to get on the left side. He gets a 90 on Alice, and Alice is able to turn around and kill him, and that would have been a cap out if Die Life was able to get those kills, but he was not. Apple kills Twist. Twist kills Spoon. Laura kills J-Rod. And here we go. We're going to see if they can cap it in this amount of time. The Axis are going to run up. They are going to have as much as they can safety there. Stealth kills Matthew from the bridge. They are looking into that jump window. They are checking all their angles. Stealth got hit by an STG, so he's got 37 health left. And he is going to snipe from this bridge. He is able to finally kill Dedro, as Dedro was doing his best to spam him. But again... Ooh, Stealth with a very nice angle on J-Rod. But again, when a sniper gets behind this tiki hut, it is very hard to get them out from your spawn. You really need someone to rotate or someone to come from a different angle. But the Axis just do not have access to that angle at this point. Laura gets a kill and went for it, but J-Rod was there. Twist, on the other hand, is going to be waiting in this meet. The Spicy Buttholes are doing what they can to not lose map control as they push in. And there we go. Oh, he goes for the prone dive, and he is unable to get it. Apple comes back up from that short ramp and is able to kill him mid-air as Matt Die Life went for that prone dive. That would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead Apple with a very clutch shot. Stealth misses a bunch on the pistol, misses again on the sniper, hangs his head in shame, decides to regroup. Laura says, "Here you go, buddy, I'll get him with a grenade instead." And Stealth has to rethink about his life as he decides to now sit there. I swear to God, if he kills Sapphire, she comes up this ramp, it's just going to be awful. Instead, J-Rod pushes up, doesn't realize they're on the bridge, so instead he had to run away. And Sapphire exacting revenge. There you go, finally killing Stealth as he from Crack House as he was behind Tiki. Die Life over here sees a grenade fly right by him, gets Sapphire, but Matthew is able to kill him from the tree area. J-Rod throws a grenade into that beach house, does not get the person who ran up into Loft. Instead, now J-Rod is waiting to see exactly where they are. Twist sitting in that beach house. Laura is in water. That's who I think J-Rod was looking for. Stealth finally able to kill J-Rod, though. And so Laura is free to push up Manhole a little bit. Sapphire kills Stealth again. How's it feel, Stealth? Okay, yeah, get out of there. But Laura, who is also a relatively good sniper, picks it up, but decides she wants to push instead is running up. She's going to nade street, but Spoon was waiting for her, and so her nade does not get over to that middle area. Spoon, on the other hand, is holding down this middle area and is able to peek bridge from there. Gets Twist as Twist tries to come in from water, and now Spoon has a bar heading into the sewers. Here we have Dedro. We have not watched a lot of Plaza this half, and so Dedro is pushing up, finds one, gets a kill on Stamps, finds another, does not get the kill though. Instead is going to retreat into Church and try to sprint all the way up to that ladder area to try to get a better angle. Twist gets 2 kills. Was he over on? No, he was getting them as they came across bridge, I guess. And now he is in Plaza area with 13 health, priming a nade, and going to try to throw it over. So allies have this Plaza, right? They're acting like they need to retake it, but they already have it. Dedro from the Church is able to finally kill Twist, and Stamp finds Dedro and is able to get that menace out of there. Apple, on the other hand, capping this Plaza. 2 of them cap it. The nade from Die Life just a little late does kill Apple, but they do get that capture of the flag. Stealth, on the other hand, peeking Plaza, does not see anyone, decides to go over to bridge to try to hold this other double cap they have, but he doesn't see anyone bridge as well. Finally sees one. That's Matthew. Matthew and him going to have a nice little sniper fight at this point, and Sapphire says, oh, I'm here too, by the way. And Dill gets a nice double kill. Laura picks up the sniper. Twist and Spoon having a nice little firefight in Plaza. And at this point, Laura has pushed up. Laura is holding on to their first. Laura throws a grenade, gets 2 of them as they come up into their first, and Laura gets a third, Dill as well. They have that control of this first flag. They do not have Plaza. So how long can Laura hold this first flag? Can she hold it for as long as enough as it takes them to cap Plaza? They are capping it now. The Axis have to sprint. Laura is there, gets 1 kill, and it is in time. The allies are able to cap that. I'm sure Laura was on mic yelling, cap the flag, cap the Plaza, I am holding first, cap the Plaza, and they had to run and get it, and they were able. Laura gets that kill on the first person up. It's always rough to be that first person because you cannot check any corners. You are a sacrificial lamb, hoping they miss the shot as you try to get that flag to prevent a cap out. And Laura did not miss the shot. Twist on Spoon both rush into each other. Twist gets 2 kills as the half ends, 210 to 135. So, second half, a much closer affair. And we saw some really, really good grenade kills. We saw some really, really good rotations from Spoon. Spoon had some brilliant rotations. J-Rod himself had some really good rotations across the map. But when it all came down, Spicy Buttholes was a little bit better than NoGo. And in the first half, they established a lot of dominance. And in the second half, they were able to just kind of use that pressure. And while it was a lot more back and forth, Sapphire had some really nice shots on stealth. Matthew had some really good kills once he was finally able to join. J-Rod and Spoon did their best to carry. And they did a really good job. Apple with that 3-kill nade, oh my gosh, that was amazing. But Spicy was able to just exact some pressure, move them up. Laura had an insane game. In fact, if I were picking an MVP for this game, it would either be Laura or Stealth. Laura was first half MVP, and I think Stealth was second half MVP. And so when they're both on the same team like that, it's going to be a relatively one-sided affair. As we saw with this, the final score was like 700 to 200 or something along those lines. Well, that does it for tonight. Watching that Spicy versus NoGo, Spicy coming out the victors. Tomorrow night, we have another match that on this channel. We're in for a treat. This is our first time watching the Nation of Arum. I think that's how you say their name. What's their actual... Did I get that right? Nation of Arium. Okay, Nation of Arium is brand new to the game. This is their first season playing competitive DoD, and we are going to watch them tomorrow night as they play against... who are they playing against? They are playing against... I knew this, and then I forgot. Silver. They are playing against... Oh, R11. Yes, they're playing the South American team Romario 11, who we saw on Harrington back in week 2. So we're gonna check back in with R11. We're gonna see them play Anzio versus the brand new team Noah, and it should be a good time learning these new guys, seeing a new fresh take on DoD, seeing how their play styles are different than those of us that have been playing and might be set in our ways. And so make sure you tune back in next week or tomorrow as we watch our the nation of Arum versus that R11. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This is going to be the end of the stream. There are some 10 p.m. games going on. If other people are streaming those, that might be worth going to watch. Otherwise, go join those HLTVs if you want to watch them. But I am going to be hopping off, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.